Happy Wednesday, everyone, and welcome back to Keep Calm, Breathe Online. My name is Jessica Schindler, and I am a clinical psychology doctoral intern at CAPS. And Keep Calm, Breathe Online is an interactive stream where you can learn about mindfulness, practice mindfulness meditation exercises, and also have your mindfulness and mental health questions answered. I would like to remind everyone before we get started that this is not therapy and questions are not confidential. However, if you are a WSU student and would like to reach out for confidential therapy services, please call CAPS at 316-978-4792 to schedule an appointment. In addition, there are resources available that anyone can always contact should you need immediate support. For example, you can always reach the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. And you can also text HOME to 741-741 to access the National Crisis Text Line. Today, we're going to be practicing mindfulness through focusing on big and small parts of our experience. Specifically, we will be bringing awareness to the fact that any space can be broken down infinitely into smaller and smaller levels of detail. So before we get started, let's take a comfortable seat in a quiet place, wherever you can be free from distractions. And just starting by sitting up tall with a neutral spine and letting your arms hang naturally to promote relaxation in your shoulders. Just letting them dangle wherever they are. And if you feel comfortable, you can go ahead and close your eyes and begin to draw your attention to your breath. Breathing evenly and quietly in and out through your nose. And if you can, allow each exhale to be at least as long as each breath in. And continuing to focus on the inhale, and then exhaling, keeping that exhale as long as your inhale. And again, inhaling and exhaling. And now letting our breath return to normal, not trying to change it or modify it in any way. And beginning to bring your awareness to the big picture of what you're doing right now. You're just breathing, just sitting wherever you are. Perhaps it may be helpful to notice yourself as if from outside looking in. Seeing the whole shape of your body and its outer silhouette. Feeling your breath moving in and out. Hey Trish, good to see you here. And noticing how your whole body moves with each breath in and each breath out. Your whole body is breathing with your shoulders lifting with each inhale and your chest expanding and your belly softening. Taking all of this in, the big picture of just sitting and breathing where you are. And then, while continuing our breath awareness, begin to follow the sensation of your breath to the specific area of your nose. Feel your breath as it moves in and out through your nostrils. And notice what you can. keeping the attention of your mind on your breath as it moves through your nose. Paying attention to the cool air warming as it comes in and the warm air cooling as it goes out. Maybe noticing if one nostril is dominant over the other, or noticing if there's any changes. Just staying present with whatever it is that you notice about your breath, moving in and out through your nose. And now, still present with your attention on your breath, zeroing in even a little further to one small area of the nose. For example, notice the breath as it moves in and out through the tip of your left nostril. Staying present with the smaller area and holding the mind still there. Noticing everything that you can about your breath in this one spot on your nose. And also holding space for nothing too, if that's part of what you notice. Feeling the movement of the breath, the temperature of the breath, any sort of smell or taste to the breath. Noticing every detail that you can, but only as the breath moves past this one tiny spot. Focusing on that tip of your left nostril. And now let's try to go even a little bit further. Still holding your attention on the breath, can you zero in on a smaller area of sensation? Could you notice, for example, the breath as it moves past a single nose hair? Dial in to the tiniest level of awareness that you're capable of today. Still continuing to be present with the breath and the sensation of the breath as it moves past this one tiny spot of the nose. Wherever the focus of the mind is right now, continuing to stay with the breath, and notice that you could go further if you wanted to. You don't have to go further to a deeper level of awareness, but you could. Notice that this one tiny area of our nose in our attention could be further broken down into pieces. And then those pieces are also made up of smaller pieces. And it goes on and on and on. So as you closely inspect the sensation in this one small area of your nose, the sensation of your breath in and out, you're aware that this area can be infinitely broken down into smaller and smaller levels of detail. And the deeper that you go into each of these levels of detail, the more that you notice the spaciousness that exists. The spaces between each tiny molecule that builds the structure of your nose. The spaciousness of awareness itself and its infinite capabilities. and also the spaciousness of your own mind. Rest your mind in that spaciousness, while at the same time continuing to be aware of the breath. And whenever you are ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes and come back to the present. I do hope this exercise was helpful for you. Please remember to let CAPS know however you are keeping up with your mindfulness practice by interacting with us on our social media. As a reminder, if you are a WSU student and would like to reach out for confidential therapy services, please call CAPS at 316-978-4792 to schedule an appointment. And also, just as a reminder for both WSU students and those who are not students, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can always be reached at 1-800-273-8255. And the crisis text line can always be reached by texting HOME to 741-741. It was great being here with you all today, and I hope to see you next week at 1 p.m. for Keep Calm, Breathe Online. Have a great week.